Hey everyone. I celebrated a birthday over the weekend and just thought I would do a quick little birthday haul. My wife took care of me this year when it comes to comics and comic related items. And also, I got a gift from one of my very best friends, Aaron, as well, that I'd like to show. First of all, this is from my wife, Michelle, The Brave and the Bold, number 118. I do enjoy this title. I think it is obviously I believe the most affordable Bronze Age Batman title, but I don't pick it up just for that. I really do enjoy the stories. I know Bob Haney he's a little out there. He doesn't follow the continuity of the DC universe, but it's hard to ignore the great artwork by Jim Aparo, whether it's the cover or inside. So very pleased to add this. I'm working on just like a section of this series, starting at the beginning of the Bronze Age when DC experimented for about a year when they went to that larger format, the 52 pages or 48 pages for 25 cents. That's when my collection starts, and I'm going to go all the way until the issue that was the DC Comics salutes the bicentennial. And I just want to fill in that run for now, and then later on I might branch out and go all the way to the final issue, number 200. But for right now, it's just that part. And so this was on my want list, and it's a nice copy. It's like a very fine plus. Very pleased to have it. Here's a short run series that I really enjoy. Supergirl. I believe there was 10 issues in this series. This is number 5. And this is the 4th issue I have of this title. Needs 6 more issues, including number 1. And I'm going to Heroes Con. I'm returning to Heroes Con this June with my wife and with my dear friend Aaron and his wife. We're going for all 3 days. Last year it was just Michelle and I, my wife. We went for 1 day. It was my first time. It was an awesome experience. But this time we're going back for all 3 days. And number 1 is on my want list, as well as just filling up the rest of the run of the series. And actually the biggest issue, the biggest purchase I'd like to make at Heroes Con this June, is Monster of Frankenstein number 1. That is the only issue I need to complete that series. But I would also like to get Supergirl number 1, as well as the other issues that I need for this series. Not a bad copy. And Mylar makes everything look nicer. Another gift from my wife. This is probably the biggest pickup. Amazing World of DC Comics, number 9. This is special All About the Legion issue. This is the most expensive issue in the series, the 17 issues of this fanzine. I was texting Shannon this morning. We are both of the mindset that DC's Amazing World of DC Comics is a much better fanzine than Foom. I mean, I don't think there really is much of a comparison. Yes, we are both biased when it comes to DC, but really, I just think this whole presentation, the card stock, just the black and white inside, I just think it's a much better, it was a much better fanzine, a much better publication than Foom. And again, this was a gift from my wife. I need only number 15 and 17, and then I'm done. And this will be, Shannon would say that, and he's done a video on all these, and if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. And I think it was done in 3 or 4 parts. And he would say this is probably his most prized possession in all of his collection is the the Amazing World of DC Comics. And really, it's hard to argue. I mean, I never thought I could get all of them. I still don't have all of them. But again, number 15 to 17, looking at Heroes Con as a possibility to complete them. And I'll get them eventually, one way or the other. Now, a gift to myself is number 1 of the Amazing World of DC Comics. And real nice condition. Actually, it was from the same seller as that one. He had these, and they're both of these are probably very fine. He has them as listed as very fine. I would say they're very fine plus. I've bought from this particular seller before. I have never been disappointed in him from eBay. I know some people, complain about eBay. I have a short list of sellers that I go to, and and I just stick with them. I've never been really disappointed. If I've ever had an issue, it's just how you approach them. You could just say, listen, I think this may have been an oversight in the condition, instead of having an attitude. And I'll 10 out of 10 times people, they come back saying, oh, I'm so sorry. How can we make this right? Or they just refund my shipping or whatever. But that's only happened a few times. But with this particular seller, I've never been disappointed. And anything I've bought, whether it's this fanzine or the several comics that I've picked up from him, shipping rates are definitely reasonable. He packages them well, and I would actually say he undergrades his books. Another gift from my wife. Back issue number 127. It's the Soldiers issue starring Sergeant Rock. I know Shannon has showed these. We'll go through them quickly. This past month of March, my birthday month, Tomorrow's Publications had a lot of specials, 30% off on most of their magazines. 20th anniversary edition of Back Issue had a nice George Perez tribute. This is number 147. Then these other two are Retro Fan, and the reason I got them strictly because of the Super Friends. I was 6 years old when this cartoon came out. I can remember even the Friday, if you remember, as I'm sure a lot of you remember, and like 2 weeks before the new cartoons would come out, or maybe it was a few weeks prior, they'd have a Friday night show which would have a preview on the upcoming Saturday morning cartoon lineup, depending on which channel, I think ABC, NBC, whatever. And I remember seeing a preview for the Super Friends, and here I'm 6 years old, and I'm like, I'm starting to get into superheroes. And Batman and Superman are my favorites, so I was tickled pink when this cartoon came around. Yes, it was campy, cheesy, but still a childhood favorite. It's not better than Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, the original, but it's right up there. And this was, Retro Fan ran actually in 4 issues, ran articles on the Super Friends and the different incarnations of the show. And this was the first one. And this was the second one. It doesn't reference it on the cover, but there was a Super Friends article in here. The 70s Martial Arts Mania was really cool as well. Then something, this is not a birthday pickup, but I got this over a month ago. I might as well just show it since it's here. If anybody has not picked this up, go to Tomorrow's Publications before it sells out. It's great. I thank Shannon for turning me on to the Tomorrow's Publications, specifically Back Issue. I'm not a subscriber. I should be, but I'm not. They tend to be like 1 month, one issue seems to be a little more Marvel heavy, then the next is DC heavy, and I'm really more of a DC fan. I do like Marvel, don't get me wrong, but I love DC. And this is definitely, if you're a Batman fan, especially the Bronze Age, go buy this if you haven't already. Now the last thing, and I'll have to stand up and I hope the camera doesn't get too shaky. This is a gift from one of my very best friends, Aaron, who again, he and his wife are coming to Heroes Con with us. This is the Bronze Age Omnibus Volume 1 of Brave and the Bold. And this is hardcover, and this boy is thick. But did not expect this. Very pleased. Thank you again, Aaron. And this is great. I've already read some of the stuff. And what was that? I think that's the first issue it starts with. It does. Which is Brave and the Bold number 74. Anyway, it's great. Again, I really do enjoy this series. From the artwork to even zany Bob Haney's stories. Anyway, that's it. That's just my birthday haul. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.